Hello everybody, my name is Jeff and we are going to look at some sales. But before I do, it almost would not be a video if I don't say something about promoted listings. I just got off the phone with eBay. I was asking them about something and I'm not going to bore you with that. But then I actually put in a complaint about promoted listings. I thought, you know what, I've got you on the phone and I know it's not going to do any good. And the woman was awesome. She was very helpful. She listened, she agreed. She's a seller herself. And she told me that she is receiving, or eBay is receiving, a lot of complaints about the promoted listing. So basically, I'm encouraging people to take the time and just call in, log a formal complaint. Tell them that, whatever your experience is, I spoke about my experiences and how I, feel that they're suppressing not people who are not promoting or promoting at a very low rate. And I feel it's wrong. I feel it's a cash grab. I feel it's going to destroy eBay as a marketplace. I feel it's going to have a snowball effect. So just, you guys can tell them, however, in your own words, but I encourage you guys to call in. It can't do any harm, and who knows. But anyhow, I'm going to start off with a very cool sale. I showed you guys these. I think I showed you. I'm pretty certain I showed you guys these buttons that I know I did. And there were these little Come to Middle Earth Frodo Lives buttons. They're vintage, they're old. I believe they're from like the 60s or something like that. These two buttons sold for $55. I had them listed for like $65 and I got an offer and I'm just like, I can't turn that down. I was just like, every once in a while, and it's happening less and less because, people are, money's tight, but every once in a while you hit a sale and you're just like, man, I cannot believe how much that went for. A Summit racing hat. It's brand new. It still has this thing in it. It's brand new, basically no tags. This sold for $22. I had it listed for high. Well, and my shipping is a little high too, so I do make a little bit. So I think so it would have been like 29 and a half with shipping. He asked me to put in a box. I always put all my hats in a box. I would never not put a hat in a box. How about you guys? You guys ship hats not in boxes? Like, I can't think of any reason why I would not put a hat in a box. Just for and I'm super overprotective when I package things. This Hello Kitty McDonald's clown. Come on, man. This thing is the most adorable thing. I gotta take it out and show you. Look at this thing. 25 bucks. So cute. Hello Kitty is such a good seller for me, especially high grade stuff. $25 for this. I showed you guys a Robert Bateman print that I picked up yesterday at the garage sales, and I said, I sell a lot of Robert Bateman stuff. Well, I sold a Robert Bateman poster, print, whatever you want to call it. What did this sell for? Sorry, I was all ready to do a video, and then I get on the phone with eBay, I get all worked up, and then I lose my mind and I forget everything that I want to talk about. All right, where are you? $38 and a half. Sorry about that. Grizzlies at Rest. All of his stuff is nature stuff. So yeah, and it comes with a little write-up. So yeah, 38 and a half plus shipping. I believe I charge eight shipping for this. This wasn't the only poster that I sold. I sold another one of those. Is that what this is? yeah. I sold another one of those Spuds Mackenzies, the one that I just sold the other day. So, you know, it amazes me the difference in pricing. So the other day I sold 3 of them for 30. And again, I have no idea why I listed 3 of the same poster together. I'm sure I had a good reason, but I listed this one, just one, and it sold for 15. I want to show you guys. So I bought these. So this is what the poster looks like. Spuds Mackenzie. So, you know, obviously it's the Declaration of Independence signing. So I bought these off of a salesman who worked in the beer, selling advertising, and I got all kinds of cool stuff from him. But how cool is this? Like, these are still, they're still stuck to the board. So there's probably like, I don't know, like 40 of them here. And I love buying stuff like this where it's just, you just list it, you sell one, you know, you've got the, normally what I do is I'll do like 3 or 4 quantities, you know, one prices for one poster, and then I'll double check and make sure that the quality is all the same, the condition is all the same. So yeah, I mean, I've got hundreds of dollars worth of these posters there, and I got an incredible price for everything that I got. I got awesome stuff. I'm sure I still have some stuff that you'll see. I sold this little plushie. I don't really know what this is. It says PJ Masks. It's Fiesta. I know the brand Fiesta. They do a lot of plushes. It's like it's an owlet. And the person that bought it, it's a present for their daughter, and they paid $19.43 for this little bugger. So very cool, very easy to ship. So yeah, here's the Spuds Mackenzie. I already packaged up the one that's going. All right, now another plush, another. I know I said this before and I'll say it again. I think these things are so creepy. Monchichi. What is it? Is it a person? Is it a bear? I have no idea. But I do know this. They are collectible. That and so I bought this, and I accepted an offer. It was on my wife's store. So it was 60 Canadian, so that's like 43 American, and it's going to Canada. And yeah, so these are like for your seatbelt covers. You can put them on, show everybody that you love Monchichi. I believe I paid $2 for this, and the actual plush must have been like maybe 4. So, oh, and the Hello Kitty thing. This was $3. So 3 and a 25. The hat I paid. I normally pay for most of my hats around anywhere from 1 to 3. One or we'll just say $2.50 for that. And is that? Oh, and that PJ Mask plush, that was like $2. Sorry. All right, some comics. I took an offer for $6 on this Batman. It's got some condition issues. It's got a cool Bane. This is from 1993. This is going to Canada as well. I was hoping maybe so this would have sold for $11 all-in shipping. You know, he didn't add anything else. So this was but this Resident Evil, this sold for $25. A lot of these, here's a little tip. If you're not comic focused, you don't know much about comics. So Wildstorm is this publisher name, and the Wildstorm line, they do some like video game adaptations into like I believe there's a Friday the 13th, a Nightmare on Elm Street comic book. Those do really well. Resident Evil, can't think of any more, but Wildstorm is this is from, God, I want to say this is from the early 2000s. But yeah, I mean, I probably paid a buck or two, or I bought this in a collection, and yeah, so 25 bucks. A Chrysler full-size van, brand new. This was a bit of a disappointment. This sold for 15. Somebody made me an offer. I had it listed or higher because it was sealed, but when he made the offer, I went out and checked comps. That's about what they go for. So I'm like, you know what? Why hold on to it? The market is the market, right? There's no point in trying to get more out of something if nobody's paying that. So I do have another thing of comments. These sold for 22. One guess as to why, and there's 4 in here. One guess as to why these sold for what they did. Yeah, and I remember getting these out of a lot. I didn't even know these existed. This is like 4 consecutive issues, 77 through 80. So yeah, happy to sell these. Man, this buyer, he just wore me down for this Mysterio action figure, and he hasn't paid yet. Kind of hoping he doesn't. I'm gonna have to do some creative packaging to get this under £1. It's a little heavier than I thought. So yeah, this sold for 14. It was just, he just kept making these low offers, and finally I'm just like, fine, take it. I don't want it anymore. I have had it for a while. Just double checking. I think that's everything. I can't remember if I think I said in the last video that Hello Kitty, that stand that I sold, that the buyer ended up not paying, so I relisted it. And again, I'm okay with that. One thing I do want to mention, I showed you this brush yesterday that I picked up for $3 at the garage sale. I was thinking about this today, and I think what I'm going to do with that is, it's already over £1. I'm going to create a Little Mermaid lot, because it's not gonna, like, so I had these listed. These are like called pre-pasted borders. So here's my thinking, and I think as shipping prices continue to rise, I think we as sellers have to adapt. And one of the ways we can adapt is, instead of selling this, and this in 3 different lots, and you know, all of these are over £1, so they will all have to be, you know, quite expensive. It's better to maybe like create a unique lot and just sell them all together. So I think that's what I'm going to try. So this is actually my own personal Little Mermaid. I'm not a fan. It was my daughter's, and I've used it before. I've used it quite a few times. It's in incredible shape. It's from the Disney store, and you know, it's got some wear, but I checked out comps on these things, and these things sell for like $20 to $24. So I'm like, you know, whoever wants a brush, maybe they drink coffee, maybe they want some, or you know, or maybe they got a kid that, you know, they want all of this stuff together. So I'm going to try bundling all this together and see what I can get, because it's not going to cost much more to ship all of these together as it would be to ship just one of them. And I think that's one way too that you can separate your lot from somebody else who maybe just has a brush. And yeah, you know, the devil's advocate to that would be, well, what if they just want that brush? Well, they can always message me, and they can always say, hey, I'm just interested in the brush. Are you willing to break it up? And I'm always willing to break things up. But, you know, one listing, one insertion fee, one, you know, I don't pay insertion fees, but one, you know, every sale there's a charge fee. And I don't know, I just feel like I'm going to give this a try. I do this a lot with listing. I did that with that Monchichi thing. Like, I had the head plush pillow listed, and then I found the other ones, so I'm just like, I lotted them up. So yeah, so some good sale. Yesterday was a really, oh, and I had one local sale. I did take a picture of it and showed it on the like the YouTube. It's kind of like the YouTube stream. It was a water filter for 20 bucks. I think I had paid maybe $2 for this water filter. I got really lucky. You know, about a year and a half ago, when the economy kind of was starting to slow down, I was like, okay, what are some things, like I was trying to sell more practical things, or not just sell more practical things, but I was trying to source some practical things, and water filters popped into my head. And little did I not know that water filters, you can get a lot of Veros from them. Now I had, at one point, I probably had like 20 or 25 different water filters listed, because I was able to find and source some really, really inexpensive. And I had a bunch listed. And then when I was going through the Vero crap earlier in the year, you know, I was watching other people's Vero videos, and they were talking about how water filters, you know, can be you can get them from that, because they're all like proprietary information. There's like knockoffs out there. So that's something I don't mess with on eBay anymore. I just sell them locally. So if you're unfamiliar, that water filters can cause you some problems. If you know what you're doing and you know which ones to sell, good on you. I don't, and I just don't want the hassle. And it's unfortunate that eBay is like that. Like, where it seems like every month I learn about new things that, or just, it's just difficult to sell, or it's too risky. And it's really unfortunate that this is the climate that we're in, like such a litigious society. Businesses, they, you know, in eBay, they just want to wash their hands of it and give us a Vero to cover their butts, but it is what it is. So that's my sales. Let's see if anything came in while I've been talking. Today's been really slow. I've had a few offers. I've countered a few things, and it doesn't look like anything else is going to sell right now. So I'm going to get packaging. I'm going to keep listing, and we will see you guys on the next video. Take care. Oh yeah, never mind. I was thinking of something else. Talk to you later.